Welcome to Wedding Day Podcast with your host, Sonja Babich, CEO of Iron Diamond Media, a leading wedding resource featuring 7 localized wedding brands across the country.
Hi everybody, Sonja here with Wedding Day Podcast. We are here in Minnesota at Summit Hill Studios in Stillwater. My co-host today is Brooke Beise. She is the publisher of Minnesota Bride, and we are so excited to have you meet Jay, owner of Adagio DJay. He's been doing this for 40 years, everybody. He's just the best human. His hugs are the best. They're big bear hugs, and every time I'm with him, I'm always just jazzed and energized, and he's just really good for the Minnesota wedding community too. But here's Jay. Hi, Jay.
Hello.
Hi, Jay.
What a nice introduction.
I really try, but 40 years.
40 years.
I don't know if there's anybody that's been in the Minnesota wedding industry that long. I'm not trying to age you, but I'm like, 40 years is a long time.
Well, 38 to be exact, so we're close to 40. So near 40 years. But yeah, it goes quick.
Well, actually, I don't even know how you started.
So I started back in 1989 doing my first event was my aunt's birthday party. She was turning 40, our godmother. Her birthday party. And then I did my mom's 40th birthday party. And then I started doing the middle school dances in my hometown of Hastings, right? Okay. It was a big deal.
Yeah.
Those 2-hour dances, and then had all my friends and backup dancers. We did a whole production, fog and lasers. It was fun. That's how the career kind of kicked off and started, was in the school circuit and doing weddings. And I did a 50th anniversary party. My grandma, I didn't even have my license. My grandma drove me to the event, went shopping at the shopping mall, and it was over in Sunray Mall. It used to be an old Ramada hotel, which is now a senior living facility. But memories, when you pass by those places, you're like, oh gosh, I was there when I was 15 years old. Grandma dropped me off and went shopping.
Cute.
So that was cute, and that was a 50th anniversary party. So when I'm 15 years old and it's a 50th anniversary, we're talking some old codgers in the building, right? Like, you need to hit on those old hits that were big hits, and really brought people together on the dance floor, which is what it's all about, right? Is to see people move their feet, have fun, and leave and say, gosh, that was the best party ever.
Yeah.
So.
And it's still that way. Well, you were member of the year last year, actually, too, for Minnesota Bride.
What's that?
You were member of the year last year.
Yes.
No big deal.
I was a big, huge deal.
I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh, it was such a big deal. I cried.
I know.
I was so honored, and it was so
sweet.
unexpected, right? And I'm just always enamored by the production that everybody does in the team, in bringing everything together, right? Because it takes a village to pull an event like that together. And I'm just videoing everything in pictures. And of course, I was videoing you, as you were mentioning, member of the year. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Is she talking about me?
I'm like, nah, maybe. Oh yeah, we went to lunch, you were hitting on all these notes. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I started getting sweaty and hot. And I'm like, okay, I need to put the video camera down and just focus. I have a feeling it's going to be me. Aww. So that was very kind and very sweet, and just it's just a really humbling moment in my career for what I do, and hearing all the accolades, which was very sweet and kind. When you're humble, it's hard to hear those things.
Yeah.
But definitely knowing that I've made a difference in the community, and hearing people say that is just always validating. So thank you.
Well, we're excited to have you back on stage, because you're going to be our host this year to
I'm
kick it off.
so thrilled and excited.
Our MC.
Yeah.
And that's really popular to have that now, right? With a wedding DJ.
Wedding DJ for sure. There's a lot of editorial right now. With the common asked question is, will you MC my event? Mm-hmm. And I pause for a second and I think, what makes people believe that a DJ wouldn't MC? Mm-hmm. It's almost disturbing to me, right? Because my role as a DJ has always been the role of an MC, to coordinate and handle an event. But a lot of times people think, well, I already have a day of coordinator. That's great. We work well with day of coordinators. However, you need an MC. You need somebody that's going to set direction, pacing, and is going to make your day of coordinator look really, really good too, right? Mm-hmm. It's a team. So it's a team effort and collaboration to really pull the party together and to make sure your timeline is extremely efficient in running the way it needs to run.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Well, yeah, DJ has so much control over the flow of the event. You
They
know?
really do.
Yeah, which is similar to an MC. Yeah.
And not only flow of the event, I mean, if things are running behind,
Yes.
it's up to the MC to
Yes.
keep the pacing,
Yes.
even though it's behind, that
Yep.
it's okay.
Yep.
We're good. Everything's good here.
Yep.
Right? But when you go off the microphone and you go behind the scenes, you're cracking some whips.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you never want your client to see that.
Yeah.
I always say be a duck. Be
Yeah.
super smooth on top
Yeah.
and pedal.
Ooh, that's a great
I've
analogy.
never heard
Always
that
be a
one.
duck at events. Be a duck, and just everything's
I
smooth.
love
Everything's
that.
great here.
I was a
right?
duck a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
The wedding cake tipped over in the back. It's all smashed, but we're good. We're cool.
Let's cut it. They would never know.
Then they're never gonna know. Hopefully the pictures happen
Yeah,
before.
hopefully the pictures happen
Yeah.
before.
So I've just seen a lot of, you know,
Yeah.
I've just seen a lot of things, and then the longer you continue to do it, you just like, wow, this is new. I haven't seen this, or I haven't heard this. Or,
So that's an interesting question. So all this experience, all these years, but like how, and you're just one member of the year, you're still very relevant. So what's the secret sauce to that? Of like having all this experience, having all these years, but like also staying fresh and relevant and new. And I know you add services here and there as you've gone. So what do you think the secret sauce is to that?
That's a great question. I don't think there's really any secret sauce other than be yourself.
Yeah.
Be yourself and be a cheerleader for everybody else before you. Build your team.
I love that.
People that are not struggling but could use a little boost, be that encouragement,
Yeah.
right? In a way that, hey, you know, have you ever thought of this? Can I share a perspective with you? Not you're doing this wrong, you should be doing this. More of a confidence builder,
Yeah.
right?
When you're when you're an owner and leader, you have to take feedback, right? 'Cause
Right.
How are you going to get better if you don't get feedback or ideas?
Yes.
That's one of our rules, and there's no bad idea.
No
No.
bad idea.
There's no bad
And
idea.
if it is a bad idea, you're going to fall down, but guess what? I scrape my knees and I'm getting back up.
And
We're going to
so-
change it up.
And sometimes
And it happens.
the couples are bringing the ideas.
Yes.
You know, and that's what keeps us moving forward and
Yep.
keeping leading edge and keeping up is by these couples getting ideas as well.
Right, right.
So what are some of the, because you like to kind of switch things up sometimes with timelines, right? Like with when the dance happens, or do you like when it's before dinner or after dinner?
We're talking about the first dance, right?
Yeah, first dance.
I like changing it up and doing something different when people aren't used to.
Yeah.
Right? You want the wow factor.
Yeah.
It's not just an average DJ doing average announcements, having the Macarena hokey pokey. Well, we're not doing any of that.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say we're not doing any of that stuff. We'll certainly do it.
I'm
at
not
couples.
gonna lie. I was just saw one of my family friends this Saturday. I'm like, that was the first time I remember doing the chicken dance. I'm like,
Oh, wow.
Dad, what's the chicken dance? I remember I was like 8 years old. I'm like, what are we doing?
Right? I will tell you, the older generation still loves it.
Yeah,
they
I
do.
No,
It's a younger
it was
generation.
blacklisted on my playlist. But but some of them love it.
They do.
It's one of those happy moments that all generations can
Yeah.
enjoy.
Silly,
For sure.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember a moment in my career when the Macarena came out. And I went to Mexico when they were playing it down in Mexico. It was like my spring break time with all my buddies
Oh,
in
for
college.
sure.
And I'm like, I'm bringing this song back to Minnesota and I'm going to play it at events. These people are going to lose their marbles. They're going to lose their marbles. So I bring the song back and people were calling it the macaroni. It was so, you play the you got to play the macaroni again. You got to play the macaroni.
I can so.
And in the, oh yeah. And it wasn't once. It wasn't twice. It was a
Macarena.
minimum of 3 times a night.
Yeah,
They had
yeah.
it on the hour. And people,
And they brought back the YMCA. I think Macarena helped the YMCA situation.
oh, for sure, for sure. But what it did is it brought people together. Everybody was smiling and having fun. The energy of the room always changed. So then we're like, okay, how can we amp this up and make it more of an experience? Okay, let's order 5,000 sombreros. And we did. Mexican sombreros. So we stacked them up. All the DJs took them to events.
I love that.
And a year later, guess how many sombreros we actually had left?
100.
Probably 150.
Yeah.
People would never return them.
No.
So they
yeah.
wore them all night, like we tried, and I'm like, we're not ordering any more sombreros. But that was a fun moment in my career, bringing that back and calling them the the Macarena, the macaroni, and having DJ companies call. What's this thing I heard?
Fun, and you gotta make it fun for your DJs too. Like
You do.
You know,
You do.
this isn't, and couples have. They know, like they have done this hundreds of times, and so you have to entertain your team too to have fun,
Right.
And not feel like it's a well-oiled machine. Even
Yep.
though it's good to be a well-oiled machine, but they gotta be excited to go to another wedding
For
and
sure.
be excited about it too.
And for a DJ that does consistent events all the time, it can feel very cliche to the DJ, right? You got to mix it up. You got to keep it fresh. But to the general public, it's like, wow, you are a rock star at your events and what you do, which is always a good feeling too, because people are happy.
Yep.
But when you think, the wedding was, it was okay, it could have been better. But that's, again, where people, I believe, you know, you're your biggest critic.
Yep.
As a performer. And you got to believe in yourself that you are what people think you are.
Yep.
Right? Because that's a disconnect, I feel like, with human beings, where there's a lot of talk the talk and less walk the walk, right?
Yeah.
I want to do this, I want to do that. Okay, you want to do this, I heard this, so why aren't we doing it? So that would be my coaching advice, like helping others. But and then kind of chunk down, why aren't we walking the walk that you talked? So there could be some past regression with, like, you're not good enough, or a previous relationship. And I have that experience through my hypnosis. And being, I could have gone through a little bit additional training to be a life coach, which I never did. But I have all of those pieces and foundations in the toolbox to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So that's been really successful and fun, but also rewarding, where I can use it in my everyday practices with life and in business and friendships, and yeah.
So
That's cool.
when you're working the room and all that stuff, like, and getting vibes, again, going back to talking the talk and walking the walk, reading the room. Sometimes you walk into the wedding and you're like, oh, the energy's not not vibing in here. How do you train and execute to get the energy back up, to get people on the dance floor moving their toes?
You just do it. You just, when the lights, I always say, when the lights turn on and it's showtime, and you better perform. It doesn't matter
It's
what
almost like a
attitude
performance, isn't it?
It 100%.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what the room's like, because to the couples, the room is electric,
Yep.
because that's their friends and family.
Yep.
My friends and family are electric. When sometimes you want to be like, a little bit of a buzzkill. But you don't say that, of course.
Yeah.
Yep.
But at the same time, you just work a little extra hard to get the oomph out of the people. And there's different ways to do that, where people might think, hey, this is kind of cliche. Where back in the day, you did do the bunny hops. You did do the Macarinas. You
The bunny hop.
the electric
I mean,
slide
it's
and the
a
cha-cha.
vibe. It's like my husband, when he'll be playing a show, he'll be like, "Ugh, I need to turn this energy up, Buttercup." I'm like, "Play piano, man. I know you hate it. Everyone's gonna lose their minds."
And they do.
They do.
They do, see? And it's an experience.
Yeah.
But for a performer,
Yeah.
it's cliche.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh gosh, I do this all the time.
But they lose their yeah.
But everybody loves
That's what
it.
you get hired for.
Crowd pleasers.
Yeah.
Pleasers.
I call them crowd pleasers.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important in the success of everything that they do when you apply and when you're at events and you're live. When you're live, you're live. Anything can happen. I mean, if a mic goes out, or, you got to also rebound from difficult situations too, or if a song stops. Back in the day when you played CDs, your CD player skipped.
Yep.
Or somebody pounded on the dance floor. Like,
Oh, that was the worst.
new generation DJs don't have to worry about that stuff anymore. It's all computer-based stuff. But
Which is
Yeah.
crazy.
that was the art of being a DJ, even queuing cassette tapes
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't
prior
imagine.
to my gigs. Yeah.
Can't
Yeah.
imagine.
And then the cassette singles came out.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And then the
Oh,
CD
yeah.
singles.
Oh yeah, my first CD single was J-Lo.
Yeah.
There you go.
Love don't cost a thing.
And they were like expensive. They were $7 a
Yeah.
single.
They were.
That's awesome.
So I remember as a DJ, I was so happy I got the Music Land discount of 20% off. But it was still all very expensive media back in the day, because
Yeah.
that was the only way you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And music services, and to stay within compliance of legality with ASCAP and BMI and all that stuff.
So do you have set playlists before you walk into a wedding day?
Yes and no.
I was gonna say, tell me, yeah.
So the one thing about working with Adagio that we pride ourselves on so much is I always tell people, an 8-year-old can sit and play music, literally, probably better than me, right? But if you want the art of the MC, keeping the event flowing, the art of the playlist, the BPMs to match one another in a set, you need somebody that knows what they're doing and how to work with people and audiences and crowds, right? So you have an idea, but it is not always effective, so you got to change it up a little bit. So the nice thing in working, or clients working with us, is we tell the clients, we're partnering with you to get what you want, and we're focusing everything we do on your goals and your vision. Everything. You call the shots and everything, from involvement, DJ selection, music selection, things. I tell clients, I say, hey, tell us all the music you love, and tell us everything you literally cannot stand.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to play the guessing game.
Yeah.
We don't want to guess if,
Yeah.
Steve and Clara want this in a DJ. We don't want to play that game. We want to know. And if we don't know, a lot of times we'll ask them. So that's how we match our DJs with clients, is through those planning tools and all the stuff that we offer online once they book with us. So couples love it. And I really, really think that's a big differentiator between Adagio and any other company, is that extreme, when I say extreme, I mean extreme personalized detailed service
Matchmaker.
with detail,
Yeah.
right? Because you can put, the music is the icing on the cake. If all the details leading up to the icing on the cake are a disaster, the music is going to kind of be, first of all, you're an hour late. It's not a good ending, right?
Yeah.
You want a happy ending.
Well, Jay, you do the white glove service with your company,
Yes,
right? From
and
the
you need
first,
to.
from the first meeting, you're clean, you're organized, you're nice. You're professional, and you're going to have that experience leading up, and that's going to make you feel confident on your wedding day.
For sure. And thank you for that's quite a compliment. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing I know
Yeah.
since I started the business, so I don't know any different. I have always
And that's why you're still
done
relevant.
that.
Yeah, that's
So
why you're here after 40
Well, thank
years.
you,
Exactly.
thank you. Yeah,
Exactly.
I agree, and
Exactly.
it's a little disturbing to see what there is out there in some companies and how they operate.
I know.
When you know the potential of the company and they don't see the potential in themselves
Yeah.
to be able to operate the way they should be
When
operating.
when I ran the club and they would share who's coming, sometimes I would have to our
Yeah.
team's going to work overtime tonight
Deep
to
breath.
keep this energy up, right?
Yeah.
And that's another thing too, is venues are really starting, I'm just going to be frank, they're starting to learn that they're tired of the messes they have to clean up, because it doesn't make the venue look good either.
No.
Right.
And
A lot of times I think it's the venue.
yeah.
A lot of times.
Well, and here's the deal, what venues are realizing, and I do a lot of talking with venues too, and I think this is so critical and important, who you endorse. I don't care if it's the DJ, the florist, the photographer, whoever you have on your referral list, you're endorsing them. And if they're super cheap, yet you love the company that's a little bit more expensive and you adore them way more than the super cheap one, you're going to see the super cheap one all the time.
Yep.
Because you're endorsing them.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So I think venues are really getting wise to the fact that we need to really reconsider who we're wanting into our house,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Because if they do want to see Adagio all the time, so those are common conversations I have often in
Yeah,
off
I'm
season
sure.
on, just frustrations with venues. So
Yeah.
All right, well, this is one of your last questions, okay? Because you are also help with a couple with their first dance.
yes,
I bet that has to be one of your favorite parts.
it really is.
Like, how does that look like? Because it's very, I feel, uncommon for a DJ company to get involved with the first dance, with instruction,
Yes.
right?
Yes. So I always say, make the first dance your spotlight dance.
Yeah.
Right? That's the moment people love to see. And maybe step outside the box and do it a little bit different. Maybe not do it after dinner or after dessert before the dance start, because again, as I would say, that's kind of the cliche way to do it.
Yep.
Everybody
Yeah.
does it that way. How about you do it as soon as we get into the room, the energy's high, everybody's standing.
Everybody's here.
The grand march, right? And come into the room, because you're the last to come in.
Yep.
The hoop, the hip hop hooray, everything. Just the energy is really high. And do your first dance right away before dinner.
Yep.
Yeah.
And make it cool and fun, and everybody's there focused on you.
I love that.
as the couple
And
for
they're
the
all
spotlight.
there because some people
they're all
they
there.
all sometimes they dive out after the cake, right?
Yeah.
Or the dessert.
Never know.
So you're making sure everybody's here for that one song.
Yes. So make it impactful, and those are moments that a lot of couples don't think about or know what to do, and they love different ideas. The other thing is amp it up with Krista and take dance instruction, right?
Yeah.
Krista's incredible. She's our dance coach on staff, and
Cool.
she's been doing it for as long as I know.
And it's so amazing you offer that. That's
Yeah.
so awesome.
And she's so amazing with the couples and really spends time to get to know them. And, I said to Krista once, I said, how do you get like couples that are they just can't dance?
Yeah.
Like they have no rhythm so Krista's very matter of fact, which I love about her. And, she just goes to their beat,
Yeah.
and she's very educational and she asks a lot of questions and, she just gets their feet to move different,
Yeah.
right? Like do this, and chunks down on getting people to move and to do what is going to be really spectacular on their wedding day.
Well,
Where
I
they're
think-
feeling comfortable too.
Well, yeah, and I think too, it doesn't have to be some big choreographed thing. Just
No.
like a little something to spice it up and
Totally.
feel a little bit special, a little bit more interesting, a little bit more.
And sometimes it's a
Wow.
quiet moment with your partner, right?
Yeah.
For those couple minutes, you're like, you breathe a little bit, you're dancing, you're smiling, and just feeling good.
I will add, with the first dance, there's a lot of anxiety with couples
Yeah.
because the spotlight's on them.
Yep.
But take the dance instruction and feel comfortable within your own body that, hey, I can move and I can dance because I got this, right? Believing in yourself. And when you do that, it just shines and everybody has fun and you're having fun as a couple and you're taking the time together, which I think is
I always
special.
say the couple are they're the lead actors for the day. So if
They are the lead actors
if
for the
they
day.
are smiling, having fun, that's going to help continue the fun on the dance floor.
You brought up a thing about the dance floor, about keeping it full, and I will add that I think is super important, and I do explain to couples, is they want to be where you are. Couples always want to be where you are.
Yep.
And if you're not on the dance floor, that's fine. Your dance floor might be a little bit lighter, but if you're on the dance floor a lot of the time,
People are coming.
people are coming to the dance floor.
really good point.
They want to be around you.
Yeah.
And if you can get the bar around the dance
That's
floor,
why they came. They came to celebrate you.
exactly.
So they want to
Yes.
be around you. This is
Yes.
their chance to be around you.
Yep.
So
And if you have the bar on the dance floor, not on the other side of the room, even better, right?
Yep.
Because that brings people together. For
exactly.
conversation.
I'm always about put the bar by the dance floor.
Put the bar by the dance floor, 100%. But you don't have all those options all the time at venues.
No, you don't.
So, yes.
I could keep talking to you, Jay.
I know, right?
We can talk
my
forever.
gosh.
This
Oh my
is so
gosh.
fun.
We all have a gift of gab, and we always want to offer advice and
Yep.
be helpful and productive to help other people
Yep.
prosper in their businesses. There's so many incredible wedding businesses
Yeah.
here in the Twin Cities that do such an incredible job.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of our industry.
I am too.
I'm so proud of our industry, and I'm really proud you really see the people that step up to the plate,
Yeah.
Right.
And unfortunately, couples only get married once and they don't see that.
Yep.
As vendors, we see that. And I think it's really important to collaborate with other vendors and really start focusing on working with the people you love that not only make your venue look good, that make couples extremely happy. And I think we're going to see more of that as we continue
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the wedding industry.
Yeah, it's almost
As
little
things-
families.
Yeah. As things change and trends change and the way things happen change.
Yep.
It's just people want success all the way around.
They do.
And-
Winners
and-
like to hang out with winners. That's what I always
Yes.
say.
Yes.
So winning team, winning pros for a winning day.
And it should be nothing but that, right?
Exactly.
Success all the way around.
Exactly.
Love it.
Well, thanks, Jay. Well,
Thank you both very much.
Oh, you're so sweet. Well, thank you everybody for tuning into Wedding Day Podcast. We'll see you next time. See you. Bye.